I am a Shin Megami Tensei fan and a Persona fan in New Zealand. You know, a European country. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I am mostly a fan of Persona. Don't get me wrong, I like both, it's just, mostly Persona for me. But we're not here to talk about my fanboyism for Persona, we're here to talk about something else. Atlus's poor treatment of European gamers. As you may well know, for one reason or another, Atlus just seems to not care about Europe. For some reason, they keep on delaying games here in our country, and it doesn't seem to be for any good reason. If you actually look at just one incident, it doesn't really seem that bad, but it keeps on happening, and it's got to stop. It's getting really annoying. I can think of up to 3 incidents off the top of my head, and I'm going to present them to you right now. The first one being that there are some Shin Megami Tensei games that are not available on the European version of PSN. Those games being the digital Devil Saga games and the Devil Summoner games. Devil Summoner 2 never got a European release, and to this day I still haven't even played the first Devil Summoner because there's only one place left to get the PAL version of that game. Amazon.co.uk, and it is freaking expensive. I'm being serious there. It actually costs about 87.95 in European dollars, which then has to convert into New Zealand dollars, which is about 138.45. Seriously. I am not paying that much money for a game that's been out for nearly a decade, and as far as I know, there's no Devil Summoner HD collection inbound either. So that's one. The second instance is Atlus's region locking of Persona 4 Arena. To this day, Persona 4 Arena is the only PlayStation 3 game to be region locked. The North American release was August of 2012. When was the European release? May of 2013. I had to wait a little under a year to play this because I couldn't import it. And you know what else? Atlus did have a statement for this. This is apparently the first Atlus game to be shipped with both the Japanese languages and the English languages. Both versions are identical. And so because of this, they were afraid that it would lead to mass importing. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense when you think about it. Wouldn't you make more money faster if people in other countries could play your games from the get-go? And if you're really so afraid of this, then here's an idea. Why not release the game in Europe around the same time as the North American version? You're already losing money anyway because people in other countries can't play your games. Oh yeah, and on a side note, for one reason or another, Persona 4 Arena and its DLC got removed from the European PSN. Why? I have no idea. And yes, I have heard that the European rights for the game have been reclaimed, so it's probably going to go back up sometime soon, but why was it taken down to begin with? And now for number 3. As I'm sure you're all aware, Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS was announced for Europe as a download-only title. What was the hassle of bringing it over here in retail form? And on top of that, earlier this month it got delayed again. It was supposed to come out this month, now it's coming out next month. It's beginning to feel like a joke at this point, like Atlus is trolling us. We are this close to getting the game. Oh wait, no we're not. We have to wait a little longer. It's annoying. Atlus, why do you hate us so much? The reason seems to be that you have no real branch in Europe. Well, if that's the case, create one. And if you think it's not worth it because Shin Megami Tensei isn't big in Europe, you're wrong. It is big in Europe. We just don't want to have to put up with your poor treatment of us. In fact, let me show you. Despite all the poor treatment and all the times you've dicked us over, I'm still going to buy Shin Megami Tensei 4. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to like it. Hell, I'm even planning on buying Persona Q when that eventually comes out. I am a Shin Megami Tensei fan and a Persona fan in New Zealand. I expect better customer service.